Today, I'm making a short video to give you some tips on getting started with pumping, especially when it comes to safety. Because the first time when you've never tried foiling before, you're a bit afraid of getting hurt and you start imagining all sorts of things. I'm going to give you some tips to really help you learn pumping safely without getting hurt and to have a good experience. When you're learning, you really shouldn't learn in just a swimsuit like this. You really need to wear a wetsuit. So if you're learning in the summer, I recommend wearing a 2mm wetsuit. That's right, a full 2mm wetsuit, because sometimes you'll get little knocks from the stabilizer on your legs, your calves, and so on. And you can get hurt. Wearing a wetsuit helps prevent cuts, scratches, scrapes, and so on. It protects from impact. Best to learn in winter. That way, at least, there's no problem. You put on a 4, 3, or 5mm wetsuit and there's no problem. So learning with a 2mm wetsuit in summer is really important. Once you know how to pump, after that, there's no issue at all. Something else that's super important is wearing a helmet. The helmet will protect you. Sometimes you fall and might get a knock on the head from the board. It's never serious, but sometimes you can get bumps. If it's a bit of a hard hit, it can even cause a small cut and so on. So a helmet and a wetsuit are really the basics. And what I recommend then, this is something I still do myself. So it's really a top tip is to wear booties. So I wear little booties like these. They're just AliExpress booties. I recommend wearing booties because, first of all, if you're walking on rocks, you could hurt yourself. And it also helps prevent slipping, sliding, slipping on the board's pad on the dock, and so on. When you're walking, on the rocks, it also helps to avoid stepping on the stabs, especially if you have a stab like this with little points sticking up. When you're a beginner, you can, hurt yourself with that. You can get hit by the front wing on your feet and so on. Your feet really take a beating in foiling. So I really recommend wearing booties. And even after a year of pumping in the middle of summer, I still always wear booties. That's the one thing I always put on. And if I'm going to do rock starts, of course, I wear my helmet. So if you already do that, there won't be any problem. If you wear the wetsuit, booties, and the helmet, there's really very little chance of getting hurt. And honestly, in pumping, even without all that, you rarely get seriously injured, You don't really get hurt, but if you're worried about injuring yourself, well, this will really help prevent you from getting hurt. And then good technique, if you check out my tutorial videos, they really show the steps to learn pumping without getting hurt. There you go. By really following step by step what I've told you, there's no risk of injuring yourself because you're always doing the steps in control. So after that, you might still get a little knock from the foil on your leg, but honestly, it's nothing at all. I hope this has helped you. Feel free to leave a comment if you enjoyed it, or send me a message on Instagram if you have any questions, and subscribe for more videos.